get your ID. Okay.
Put him out there.
Stop! Oh! Okay, back out! Ow!
So these are 5 Oglala Sioux tribal council members, and they have there was 4 tribal members who were picked up by ICE in a community called Little Earth right here in Minneapolis, St. Paul.
We know it's a problem. We know it's an issue. We're just tired. We told you. We told you, and not you as specifically you. We told you as the country what is going to happen. We knew this was going to happen, and people still voted him into office.
So ICE is detaining Native Americans now. Not immigrants, not undocumented individuals. Native Americans! People who are quite literally indigenous to this continent. So I guess my question here is, where the fuck do you intend on sending Native Americans?
Let me say this. We told y'all so. We told y'all so. But don't nobody want to listen to us because the whole world was programmed to believe that we were the worst and we were this and we were that and we lie and we steal and we kill and we do this and we do that. And now here it is. Native Americans are being detained by ICE.
Guys, you really need to see this. So there's a video going around right now. ICE is detaining people, but not just anybody. Native American, Native people, indigenous people, families who were here long before borders, long before paperwork, long before America even had a name. Hi guys, my name is Glory and welcome back to the channel. This space isn't about violence, it's about education, understanding and seeing the truth. So people online are confused. They are asking, how is this even possible? Why detain Native Americans? Where are they supposed to go? And I'm like, really? We told you. Black Americans warned you. They told you what was coming, but you ignored them. Anyways, let's watch the clip together and I'll be right back with my reactions.
I just said, we are Native, we're Native American, we are U.S. citizens, and it just didn't matter.
You help us! We're citizens! Bethel, get your ID. Okay.
Put him out there.
Stop! Oh! Okay, Bethel! Ow! Bethel!
Can you explain what happened last week?
Yeah, this was literally just the day before when Renee Good got shot. I was just freaked out. Like, they don't want to stop nowhere where nobody would see. You know, it felt like I was getting kidnapped. Like they literally rushed me out of my aunt's car and handcuffed me, threw me in their car, and tried to keep me down, put my hoodie up. And they don't even care if you got your identification; they'll take you. Like they're just evil people. I didn't think I had nothing to worry about because I was a U.S. citizen. You know, I'm half Mexican, half Native. You know, that didn't matter though to them.
How does it feel to be stopped by federal immigration agents as a Native American?
We thought we were safe. You are from here. We are Native. We are the original. Don't be scared. They can't do anything. Can't touch us. We are untouchable. Seeing what had happened to us and to my nephew, we are a nobody to these agents. About a month prior, I was driving over here and I was coming up to a stop and I didn't know it was ICE agents, and they were, and they started yelling and I rolled my window a little and I said, what? And he said, coming for you. And I said, I'm Native American. And he says, yeah, you're next. Any immigrant, I can imagine the fear that they are living currently.
One day y'all will understand and get that they always have tested things on us. So that way they can implement it on all of you. They always test things on us. So that way they can successfully implement it on everyone. Black people have been trying to tell y'all about policing, military, all those things. We have told y'all, we have warned y'all. That's what the Black Lives Matter protests were about. It's about the fact that if they can do this to us, it's only a matter of time before they do it to you. We were the experiments. Unfortunately, the people of color were the experiments. The Latin community were the experiments. The immigrants were the experiments. They tested it on them. It's so they can implement it on everybody. And what y'all got to understand about this too, because a lot of people don't understand this about whiteness. I thought y'all would have understood after the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, but I think people forgot. When you choose to buck against whiteness, whiteness will attack you. Whiteness will dispose of you. That even includes if you're white. If you are, that's why I always say I like white people who other white people can't stand. Because when you are white and you decide to buck against a system of whiteness will say, oh, you're expendable. Look at what they did to all the abolitionists. Look at what they used to do to white people who would be at civil rights marches. They don't care. They're not gonna be like, oh, you're white. Like, they don't care. If you are bucking against whiteness, whiteness will attack, whiteness will kill you. And that is why since day one with the BLM movement, we always, and not even just BLM movement, with civil rights, everything, we have always talked to y'all about whiteness and why it's important to eradicate it, because whiteness is killing us all. But y'all missed that lecture. Y'all didn't understand because y'all allowed them to do what they usually do, what they've been doing since they created racism, which was, look at them. They're trying to attack you, making us the enemy. No, we were your oracles. We're not your enemy. We're your oracles. Okay? Remember this.
One of them has been released, but they couldn't locate the other three. So the council members here, they're all elected officials of the Oglala Sioux tribe. And they gained access to the facility and they couldn't find their three tribal members. They claim that they're not classifying them by their nationality, which tribal members are also citizens of the United States since 1924. You know, there's nobody more American than American Indians. But they were unable to find them here today. And so they're going to continue on. They don't understand that we are America. How could you possibly target Native Americans and with immigration and customs enforcement officers and then imprison us? That is impossible. It's legally impossible to do that.
As a white person, as a black person, as anyone, how?
So I was going to put this as a comment, but you already have thousands of comments on there and I didn't think you would probably see it. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and stitch this for other people who have the same thought process as you. It's not that black people don't see this as a problem. We know it's a problem. We know it's an issue. We're just tired. We told you. We told you, and not you as specifically you, we told you as the country what is going to happen. We knew this was going to happen and people still voted him into office. You don't need to talk to black people and ask black people where we are and why we aren't doing anything and why we aren't standing up, because black people have always been standing up. Black women have always been standing up. We're the ones that show up and show out every single time. We're the ones that when people go out to a party, that was the latest conversation. When people go to a party, they don't feel comfortable with a group of people around unless they see black people there, black women around. They tell their children, if you're in trouble, to go find a big black man because they know that person's going to help and take care of them. We know. We are tired of carrying everyone on our backs. That is what's going on. We are not standing up in the streets and protesting this because why? You say in that video, what if your family members were one day gone and you couldn't do anything about it? It happens to us on a daily basis. On a daily basis, our family members are getting slaughtered by police for nothing. Because of a black man getting killed by police, the largest Black Lives Matter movement in history around the world occurred because of black people. This is happening because of your people. Your people voted for him. Look at those numbers for who showed up and voted for Trump. Hispanics for Trump, Latinas for Trump. Those are the people who voted for him. We did our part. That is why you aren't seeing us in the street. It's not that we don't lack empathy or compassion. It's that we are tired. We have been there, done that. You also talk about how you are being hunted down and treated like animals. Let's not forget the pan-Atlantic slave trade that happened with black people. And once we were released from slavery, we were then used as experimentation for medical advancements. We were treated like treated inhumane. We were treated like animals. That is why we are tired. And the generation of the people we have right now, like me talking, is because we are not our ancestors. We are not going to be repeating the exact same things that happened to us and allowing for you all to sit here and run us over. You guys did not do what you had to do to show up and show out and vote. I don't care. I don't know who you voted for. I don't care who you voted for. It's the Hispanic community as a whole. That's who you need to be talking to. You don't need to come over here and bring black people into it, and why aren't black people, and how could you not feel this way if you were white or black? Have empathy. Black people have empathy. We know, but we've been there and we're done that, and we're tired. And so that's where we stand on this. And then on your first video, your part 1 video, you also said you just want to go back to how things were. You just wanted to go back to when there was peace. If you think that there was ever peace, that shows a privilege that you have. That is a privilege that you had as not being black in America, because there was never peace for us. Never. We could never walk into any workspace and feel 100% comfortable. We could never just walk outside our houses and feel 100% comfortable. We don't know what's going on. I'm 34 years old. As a child, I'm taught, if you get pulled over by if you see police trying to pull you over, don't just pull off to the side of the road. Pull into a parking lot, a gas station where it's well lit, because you don't know who's going to pull you over. You don't know what that police officer is going to do to you. You don't know what that person at work is going to do to you. That is what we deal with on a daily basis. So no, we have empathy. We understand, but we're not going to go parade in the street anymore, because that is somebody else's turn. And I hope that you hear what I'm saying and you take that in, and you go and you talk to your people. You talk to other people about it. You guys go out in the street and you protest to get him impeached and to turn all of these things over that are happening with ICE, because that's not our job anymore. We are done. We are tired.
So as you can see, ICE has illegally detained Native Americans, which is mind-boggling to me, because where the fuck do you think you're going to take them? Indigenous people are not immigrants. They are not undocumented. They are not foreign nationals. So again, what the fuck? They are citizens of sovereign tribal nations, by extension, the United States. So I ask again, where are you taking them? This land is their land. So I ask again, where are you taking them? And obviously nobody trusts ICE and these people, but I really do not like Native Americans in white hands. I don't. Like, these native nations existed way before the United States. Their citizenship is protected by treaties, federal law, and the Constitution. Because if ICE is detaining Native people, that's going to raise some serious questions. Like, were these people racially profiled? Were their basic constitutional rights ignored? Like, I don't understand. Because ICE doesn't have the authority to treat Native Americans as deportable populations. So I'm just, like, confused. As I keep thinking about it and talking to y'all, I'm getting more confused.
We were right. For decades, black people in America have been shouting from the rooftops about how cancerous white supremacy would be to America and to the rest of the world. And now that it has infiltrated and is literally sucking the oxygen out of the planet, people are finally starting to wake up to the reality that we've been talking about for decades. But the one thing about it is now since everybody sees it, this is the point in history where it changes. We were right.
Okay, so ICE is starting to harass Native Americans. A well-known Native American actress named Elaine Miles is currently telling her story of how ICE tried to take her Native ID and say it was fake and try to claim like she was an illegal immigrant or something. And this is just news because this is a more famous person, but this is happening all over America where there's Native people, like ICE pulling you over and then asking for your papers like it's 1930s Germany. And that's bad enough as it is, right? Like, because guess what? Even like 2 years ago, the thought of anyone in a uniform walking up to you because you're brown and saying, hey, show me your papers was absurd. Like, people thought that would never happen in America. But put a pin in that. The really crazy part is the obvious part, where it's like you're Native American. People with lighter skin stole this land from people that look like this woman, right? And now, in this late stage that we're in 2025, they have the audacity to claim like she's not supposed to be here. Dog, you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here. And check it out. Like, I know like Native American issues aren't really known by the mainstream. A lot of people haven't even met a Native American. If they can do that to them, they can do it to you. Duh.
This part really gets to me. So people really thought this system would stop where they wanted it to stop, that only certain groups would feel it, that the rest would be safe. But systems like this, they don't care. Once power moves unchecked, once enforcement forgets humanity, once fear becomes the rule, and Black Americans keep telling you, we told you, this was never going to be just about us. And now, others are beginning to see what they already know. We thought you were safe. Black Americans know what it's like when the rules suddenly change, when papers don't protect you, when history isn't available, when your humanity feels conditional. This isn't about celebrating anybody's pain. It's about understanding that warning aren't threats. They are lessons built from history, from struggle, from life experience. So I ask you, when the system forgets to care, when fear becomes law, when your rights can be ignored overnight, if power moves without care, if fear becomes the rule, if your humanity can be ignored, what would you do? How would you protect yourself and your people? And if you found this video meaningful, feel free to share it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.